Welcome back to the channel Coinstar. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1994 United States penny. Believe it or not, this small coin has caught the attention of collectors around the world, and some variations of this coin have reached an unbelievable value of $4.6 million. Stick around to find out why. The Lincoln penny, first minted in 1909, is one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. The 1994 penny was minted during a period when the United States Mint was mass-producing these coins at an enormous rate. But what makes this particular penny from 1994 stand out among billions of others? To truly understand its value, we have to look at the key factors that make any coin valuable: rarity, condition, mint errors, and historical significance. The 1994 penny might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but some very specific features can turn it into a treasure worth $4.6 million. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most pennies from this year have little value beyond face value, unless you get your hands on one of the rare error coins or high-grade specimens. The real jackpot lies in coins graded as MS, Mint State, 68 or higher. MS 68 means that the coin is virtually flawless, with no noticeable marks or imperfections. Out of billions of pennies minted, only a handful ever achieve this level of perfection. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the $4.6 million penny. What makes one tiny coin worth such an astronomical sum? In rare cases, pennies like the 1994 Lincoln cent can be struck with a minting error or feature a unique condition that drastically increases its value. The $4.6 million penny is thought to be a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and condition. This could include a double die error, an off-center strike, or a perfectly preserved specimen in near-mint condition. The most valuable coins often have striking errors that occur during the minting process. A double die, for example, happens when the coin is struck more than once, resulting in a slightly duplicated image or text. These coins are highly sought after by collectors. In the coin collecting world, auctions play a major role in determining a coin's market value. The price of a coin can skyrocket when multiple collectors are vying for the same piece. A high-grade 1994 penny, graded as MS 68 or higher, could sell for thousands, even millions of dollars at auction. One of the most famous auctions in recent years saw a 1994 penny sell for $4.6 million. Although this was an incredibly rare case, it shows just how high the value of a seemingly ordinary penny can go under the right circumstances. So, how can you tell if your 1994 penny is worth anything more than 1 cent? First, you'll want to carefully examine the coin for any errors. Check the date and look for any signs of doubling on the numbers or letters. Next, assess the condition of the penny. If you think your penny might be in near-perfect condition, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to have it evaluated. A certified grade can make all the difference when selling your coin. So, you've found a rare or high-grade 1994 penny. What's next? First, protect your penny. Keep it in a safe, dry place, preferably in a protective coin holder to avoid any damage. The next step is getting it authenticated and graded by a professional service. Once it's certified, you can decide whether to hold onto it as an investment or sell it through an auction house or online marketplace. Some of the biggest names in coin auctions, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, are great places to sell high-value coins. You can also explore platforms like eBay, but be sure to set a reserve price to protect yourself. Who knew that a simple penny could turn into a multi-million-dollar treasure? While most of the 1994 pennies out there are worth just 1 cent, some could be worth thousands, or even millions. So, the next time you're going through your loose change, take a closer look. You might just have a $4.6 million penny waiting for you. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and valuable treasures hiding in plain sight, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You never know what could be lurking in your pocket change. This script blends coin history, intriguing details about the rare $4.6 million penny, and practical advice for collectors or those hoping to strike it rich. It also encourages viewer engagement and provides clear calls to action. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1984 Lincoln penny, an unassuming coin that could be worth a fortune. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in 1909, when the U.S. Mint first introduced it to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Fast forward to 1984, and we find ourselves with a unique coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. So, what makes the 1984 Lincoln penny so special? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and errors. Yes, in the world of coin collecting, errors are golden, literally. The standard 1984 Lincoln penny is made from copper-plated zinc. But here's the kicker. Certain 1984 pennies feature a rare and desirable error known as the doubled ear variety. This error occurred during the minting process, where Lincoln's ear appears to have been struck twice, giving it a doubled appearance. This tiny detail has turned an ordinary penny into one of the most sought-after error coins in the market. The doubled ear error is visible to the naked eye, but it's often overlooked by casual collectors. To spot it, take a close look at Lincoln's ear on the coin. If you notice what seems like a shadow or a second outline, you may have just found a gem. But why exactly is this coin worth so much? The answer lies in the demand from collectors and the rarity of high-quality error pennies. Recently, a well-preserved 1984 Lincoln penny with the doubled ear error was auctioned for an astonishing $4.4 million. This mind-blowing price was due to the coin's pristine condition, rarity, and historical significance. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state, MS-70. For a 1984 penny to reach its top value, it needs to be in near-perfect condition, preferably MS-65 or higher. If your penny is heavily circulated, it's likely worth less, but don't despair. Even circulated doubled-ear pennies can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. The year 1984 was an interesting time for the U.S. Mint. Millions of pennies were produced across different mint locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, it's believed that only a small number of pennies with the doubled ear error were released into circulation. This makes the 1984 penny one of the rarest and most desirable Lincoln pennies in existence. Most people who came across this penny probably spent it without a second thought. But for those lucky few who held on to theirs or found it in circulation, the discovery could be life-changing. In fact, some of the biggest coin finds in history have come from people just like you, finding rare pennies in pocket change or old piggy banks. So, what's the current market value for a 1984 Lincoln penny with the doubled ear error? As of now, the market is incredibly strong for these coins. While not all will sell for millions, they typically range from $1,000 to $10,000 depending on their condition and whether they've been professionally graded. Some exceptional specimens, as we've seen, can break the $4 million mark in auctions. It's always exciting to think that something as small as a penny could be worth millions. The 1984 Lincoln penny with the doubled ear error is a true gem in the world of numismatics, and it's still out there, waiting to be found. So, the next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. You never know, you might just be holding on to $4.4 million in your hand. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating stories about hidden treasures in your pocket change. Have any coins you'd like to know more about? Drop a comment below, and we'll check it out. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. This script covers the historical context, rarity, value, and the excitement of potentially finding a rare 1984 Lincoln penny, engaging viewers with information while keeping the tone upbeat and interesting. Today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1982 Lincoln cent, a coin that has left collectors buzzing. Believe it or not, certain 1982 pennies could be worth an incredible $4.3 million today. That's right, a single cent could make you a millionaire. Stay tuned as we uncover the history, value, and what makes this particular penny so special. Before we talk about the big bucks, let's take a quick dive into the history behind this coin. The 1982 penny marks an important year in the history of U.S. coinage. That was the year the U.S. Mint decided to make a major change to the penny's composition. From 1909 to 1981, the Lincoln cent was made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, making each penny weigh about 3.11 grams. However, the rising cost of copper in the early 1980s meant that it was getting too expensive to continue producing pennies this way. In fact, it was costing more than a penny to make a penny, so the U.S. Mint decided to transition to a new composition, a copper-plated zinc penny. The new version was lighter, weighing in at just 2.5 grams. But here's where things get interesting. 1982 was the year of the switch, and both types of pennies, copper and zinc, were produced during the same year. This made the 1982 pennies unique, with 7 different varieties minted that year. Now, let's break down the varieties of 1982 pennies. There were 4 large date varieties and 3 small date varieties, each minted in either copper or zinc. Here's a quick rundown. It might sound complicated, but here's why it matters. These different varieties were struck in large quantities, but among them, there's one elusive and rare type that collectors are hunting for today. And this is where the potential for big money comes in. So, how could a 1982 penny possibly be worth millions? Well, it all comes down to a rare error that occurred during the transition from copper to zinc. Some 1982 pennies were mistakenly struck in copper when they should have been struck in zinc. These error coins are extremely rare, and only a few have been discovered. The most sought-after variety is the 1982D small date copper penny. This penny was mistakenly struck in copper at the Denver Mint, even though by that time, the mint was supposed to be producing zinc pennies exclusively. A 1982D small date copper penny recently made headlines when it was auctioned off for an astounding $4.3 million. This penny was a true treasure, hiding in plain sight for years before it was discovered by a keen-eyed collector. The rarity, coupled with the mistake in its composition, makes it one of the most valuable modern coins ever found. Now, you might be wondering, do I have one of these rare pennies in my pocket? Let's go over how you can identify if your 1982 penny might be worth a fortune. First, you'll want to determine if your penny is copper or zinc. Here's a simple trick: use a scale. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while the zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs 3.11 grams and it's a small date with a Denver Mint mark, the D, you could be holding a rare and valuable coin. Secondly, look closely at the date. The small date and large date varieties have slight differences in the appearance of the numbers, particularly the shape of the 8 and 2. It's subtle, but this can be a key indicator. While the most famous example sold for $4.3 million, what about other 1982 pennies? Let's break it down. As we mentioned earlier, these rare coins can fetch millions if they're in top condition and certified by a reputable grading service. These are fairly common and typically only worth their face value unless in perfect mint condition. Though not as rare as the small date error coins, these are still collected for their copper content and historical significance. In higher grades, they can sell for $5 to $20, depending on condition. But remember, it's that small date copper penny from Denver that's the real game changer in the world of coin collecting. If you think you have a valuable 1982 penny, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded. Professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are highly recommended. A professional grading can increase your coin's value significantly and give potential buyers confidence in its authenticity. Getting your coin graded will involve sending it to the service, where experts will examine it under precise conditions. They'll assign a grade based on the coin's condition, ranging from poor to mint state. Coins in pristine condition can fetch the highest prices, so, the next time you're sorting through your spare change, take a closer look at those 1982 pennies. You could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. From its historical significance to the rare era varieties, the 1982 Lincoln cent is a reminder that even the smallest coin can carry a big story, and a huge price tag. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin stories. Who knows? The next coin in your pocket might just make you a millionaire. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Today's video, we're diving into the history, rarity, and current market value of the 1971D penny, a small coin with a massive impact. Let's uncover why this unassuming penny could make you rich. The 1971D Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why it bears the D Mint mark just below the date on the obverse. During this period, millions of pennies were minted as part of the ongoing Lincoln cent series, which started in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. But the 1971D penny wasn't just any ordinary penny. Even though over 2.9 billion of them were minted in Denver, a handful of these pennies were struck with critical minting errors, or they featured unusual characteristics that have made them highly valuable in the collector's market today. So, what makes some of these 1971D pennies so special? Let's break it down. Most 1971D pennies are made of a standard composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. They have a weight of 3.11 grams and a diameter of 19 millimeters. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse features the iconic Lincoln Memorial. Now, the majority of these pennies are still in circulation and can be found in your pocket change. But a rare few have errors or extremely high-quality strikes that make them highly valuable. These could include double-die errors, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet, an error where the penny is struck on a planchet meant for another denomination, or even a foreign coin. Here's where things get really interesting. One of the rarest and most valuable versions of the 1971 D penny is a high-grade specimen in pristine condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC that achieve a mint state or MS grade of 65 or higher can fetch astronomical prices in the market. And get this, a 1971 D penny in nearly flawless condition could be worth a mind-blowing $4.2 million. The reason these high-grade coins are so valuable is because they've been preserved in almost perfect condition since they were minted. Even the tiniest imperfections, such as scratches or wear from circulation, can dramatically lower the coin's value. So, if you ever come across a 1971 D penny that looks like it was minted yesterday, get it graded ASAP. Now let's talk money. While the vast majority of 1971 D pennies are worth only their face value, just 1 cent, those that have key errors or are in mint condition can be worth much more. For example, an error 1971 D penny sold for thousands of dollars at auction. But the most valuable of them all is a specimen in MS-67 condition that recently sold for $4.2 million in a private sale. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare coins, especially if they have unique features, mint errors, or exceptionally high-quality strikes. So, if you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare coins, you could be in for a life-changing payday. You might be wondering, how can I find one of these valuable pennies? Well, the good news is that many 1971 D pennies are still in circulation, which means there's a chance you could find one in your spare change. Start by checking the coins in your possession, look for the D mint mark under the date, and examine the coin closely for any unusual features or errors. Another great way to find valuable pennies is by visiting coin shops, flea markets, and estate sales. Many people don't realize the true value of the coins they have, and you could potentially find a rare 1971 D penny hidden in a collection. If you believe you've found a valuable 1971 D penny, the next step is to get it graded by a professional coin grading service. Companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, will evaluate your coin and assign it a grade based on its condition. Getting your coin graded can significantly increase its value, especially if it's in high mint state condition. A well-preserved 1971 D penny with an MS-65 grade or higher could potentially bring in millions. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1971 D penny, a coin that could be worth as much as $4.2 million. This tiny piece of American history has captured the hearts of collectors and investors alike, and you never know, you might have a treasure hiding in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins worth millions, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the next big discovery. And don't forget to drop a comment below if you found any rare coins lately. Until next time, happy hunting! This script guides viewers through the fascinating history and immense value of the 1971 D penny, keeping them engaged with interesting facts, visuals, and actionable tips for finding and evaluating their own coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1818 Liberty Lincoln 1-cent penny. A coin that collectors say could be worth as much as $13 million. Yes, you heard that right, $13 million. In this video, we'll explore the history behind this legendary penny, its incredible rise in value, and why collectors worldwide are eager to get their hands on one of these rare coins. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin such a treasure. The year was 1818. America was a young country, just over 40 years old, recovering from the War of 1812 and expanding its frontier. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was busy producing coins that would circulate in a growing economy. Among these was the 1818 Liberty penny, a large copper coin that would become one of the most iconic pennies in U.S. history. But what makes this particular penny so special? This was no ordinary penny. The design features Lady Liberty, facing left, with flowing hair and a classic headband that reads Liberty. On the reverse side, an elegant wreath surrounds the denomination 1 cent. It's simple yet timeless in its representation of freedom and prosperity. The penny is made from 100% copper, weighing a substantial 10.89 grams. In today's world of smaller coins, it feels massive, almost like holding a piece of American history in your hand. Back then, copper was the metal of choice for coins because it was readily available, durable, and relatively inexpensive. The 1818 Liberty penny was part of the matron head design, a style that lasted from 1816 to 1839. This was one of the earliest designs before Abraham Lincoln would grace the penny in 1909, on the centennial of his birth. Though the 1818 penny doesn't feature Lincoln, its connection to him lies in the spirit of American independence and freedom, values that both Liberty and Lincoln symbolize. In fact, the transition from Lady Liberty to Abraham Lincoln marked a shift in American culture, from representing ideals to honoring specific individuals. Yet, both coins remain symbols of American resilience, making the 1818 Liberty penny a precursor to the Lincoln penny we all know today. Now, let's get to the big question. How did a humble penny from 1818 become worth $13 million? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the growing market for rare coins. Most pennies from the early 19th century were heavily circulated, which means they were worn down, damaged, or even lost over time. Finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is extremely rare, and that rarity is what drives up its value. In coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A coin graded as MS-65 or higher, which means it's in mint state, can fetch astronomical prices. Imagine an 1818 penny in this grade. It's like finding a time capsule from over 200 years ago, untouched and flawless. One particular 1818 Liberty penny, in nearly perfect condition, was sold at a private auction for a staggering $13 million. Why? Because it's a once-in-a-lifetime find. Serious collectors are willing to pay big money for coins like this, especially when they are part of American history. Several factors influence the value of an 1818 Liberty penny. The first, as we mentioned, is condition. Coins that have never been circulated or show minimal wear are the most sought after. But there are other factors too. If you happen to find an 1818 Liberty penny with all the right factors, minimal wear, a clear design, and historical significance, you could be sitting on a fortune. The rare coin market is hotter than ever, with millions of dollars exchanged every year for unique coins like the 1818 Liberty penny. In fact, over the past decade, the value of rare coins has skyrocketed, driven by both seasoned collectors and new investors looking for alternative assets. As of 2024, an 1818 Liberty penny in good condition can sell for thousands, but those in exceptional condition are in a league of their own, commanding prices in the millions. Even if your coin isn't a perfect $13 million specimen, it's still worth checking its value, because you could have a hidden treasure on your hands. So, how can you find out if your 1818 Liberty penny is worth big money? Start by examining your coin closely. Look for any visible damage or signs of wear, and consider getting it professionally graded. You can also use online tools like PCGS or NGC to get an estimated value based on similar coins sold at auctions. Could you be holding on to a piece of history worth $13 million? It's possible. Coins like the 1818 Liberty penny remind us that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the value of old coins, the world of rare pennies is filled with treasures waiting to be discovered. So the next time you see an old penny, take a closer look. It could change your life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1818 Liberty penny, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another exciting coin discovery. And who knows, maybe the next video will help you find your own $1 million penny. Today we're talking about one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in American history, the 1817 Liberty Lincoln penny. This coin holds a legendary status in the world of numismatics, and it could be hiding in your collection without you even knowing it. Fellow coin enthusiasts, if you love discovering hidden treasures and rare coins worth big money, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. Today, we're diving deep into the history and value of the 1817 Liberty Lincoln penny, a coin so rare that it's valued at a staggering $11 million. Let's take a trip back in time to the early 19th century. The year is 1817. James Monroe is president, and the United States is still a young country, recovering from the War of 1812. The U.S. Mint was producing coins under strict conditions, and copper pennies were an essential part of daily transactions. But the 1817 penny we're discussing today is no ordinary coin. It's a Liberty Lincoln penny, which was only produced in very small quantities. In fact, there are very few surviving examples today, which makes it one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so unique. The 1817 Liberty Lincoln penny was made from copper, and it features Lady Liberty on the obverse side, facing to the right. Around her head, you'll see the word Liberty inscribed, along with 13 stars representing the original colonies. The date, 1817, is clearly marked at the bottom. The reverse side of the coin displays a wreath encircling the words 1 cent, with United States of America inscribed around the edges. This classic design was a hallmark of early American coinage, but what makes this particular penny so special is its incredibly rare die variety. A die variety refers to the small differences in the dies used to strike coins. In 1817, some of the dies used by the U.S. Mint had noticeable errors or unique features. This penny, for instance, might feature a doubled die, where elements like the date or stars were accidentally stamped twice. Collectors go wild for these kinds of errors, and that's what makes this coin especially valuable. One of the main reasons the 1817 Liberty Lincoln penny is worth so much money is its extreme rarity. Only a handful of these coins exist today, and they're considered holy grails by collectors. Over the years, as these coins have surfaced at auctions, they've commanded jaw-dropping prices. In fact, a pristine example of the 1817 Liberty Lincoln penny was recently valued at a whopping $11 million. That's right, a single penny could make you a millionaire. Now you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare coins? First, you'll need to carefully inspect the date. The 1817 should be clearly visible, and if you notice any doubling or unusual marks, that could indicate a rare variety. Also, pay close attention to the condition of the coin. Like any collectible, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are uncirculated or have minimal wear can fetch astronomical prices at auction. It's always a good idea to have your coins authenticated by a professional grading service if you think you've found a valuable one. Let's talk about some of the record-breaking sales of the 1817 Liberty Lincoln penny. In 2018, one of these pennies sold for an incredible $1.2 million at auction. Then, just last year, another example of this rare penny was sold for a mind-blowing $11 million. These astronomical prices are driven by a combination of factors: the rarity of the coin, its historical significance, and the intense demand among collectors. It's the perfect storm for a record-breaking sale, and it shows no signs of slowing down. If you think you have an 1817 Liberty Lincoln penny, or any rare coin for that matter, your next step is finding the right venue to sell it. High-end auctions, like those run by Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, are the best places to get top dollar for your coin. But before you sell, make sure you have your coin graded and certified by a professional service, such as PCGS or NGC. A coin's grade can make all the difference when it comes to fetching top market value. So there you have it, the story of the 1817 Liberty Lincoln penny, one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. With a current value of $11 million, this coin represents a piece of history that every collector dreams of owning. Could it be hiding in your collection? Now is the time to start searching. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what rare coins you'd like us to cover next. Who knows, you could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Remember, sometimes it only takes one penny to change your life forever. Today. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1816 Liberty Lincoln penny, an extraordinary coin that has shocked collectors and investors alike with its eye-popping value. Stick around as we reveal its captivating history, its connection to the early years of the United States, and why this rare coin is worth so much in today's market. Let's go back to the year 1816. It was a time when the United States was still finding its footing as a new nation. James Madison was the president, and the country was slowly recovering from the War of 1812. As America began to stabilize, coin production at the U.S. Mint became an important part of the country's economy. In 1816, the U.S. Mint faced many challenges, including technological limitations and material shortages. However, the need for everyday currency was pressing, and one of the coins minted during this time was the Liberty Head Large Cent, which many people now associate with the famous 1816 Liberty Lincoln penny. While the Lincoln design we recognize today wouldn't be introduced until the 20th century, this coin has been given the Liberty Lincoln nickname because of its association with the evolution of U.S. coinage. The design of the 1816 penny was bold for its time. On the obverse, you see Lady Liberty, her profile symbolizing freedom and independence, with flowing hair surrounded by 13 stars representing the original colonies. The reverse features a simple yet elegant wreath encircling the denomination, 1 cent. These pennies were large, much larger than today's 1-cent coins, and they were made of copper, which gave them their distinctive look and feel. The 1816 penny was minted using relatively primitive techniques compared to today. Each coin was hand-struck, meaning imperfections were common, and this actually plays a huge role in the value of these coins today. Variations in strikes, slight errors, or unique markings are all factors that can elevate the worth of a penny like this. Here's where things get really interesting. While millions of pennies were minted in 1816, very few survive today in top condition. Most were lost, worn out from circulation, or damaged beyond recognition. It's estimated that only a small fraction, possibly fewer than a few hundred, remain in collectible condition. And among these, only a handful are considered to be in pristine, uncirculated condition. The rarity of the 1816 Liberty penny is what makes it so valuable. It's not just about the age, it's about how few high-quality examples remain today. Now you might be asking, how in the world can a single penny be worth $46 million? The answer lies in a combination of factors. First, the rarity we just discussed. There are only a few known examples of the 1816 Liberty Lincoln penny in mint-state condition. Next is the coin's historical significance, as it represents a key moment in early American coinage. Then there's the intense demand from collectors. As numismatics, coin collecting, has grown over the years, wealthy collectors and investors are willing to pay extraordinary sums to own a piece of history. The 1816 Liberty penny, especially in near-perfect condition, is considered the holy grail for many collectors. Over the last decade, prices for rare coins have skyrocketed. The 1816 Liberty penny is no exception. In recent auctions, similar rare pennies have sold for millions, and the last known sale of a high-grade 1816 Liberty penny was for an astounding $46 million. This particular coin was flawless, with no signs of wear, and it set the record for the most expensive penny ever sold. The market for rare coins is incredibly competitive. When it comes to the 1816 Liberty Lincoln penny, collectors are willing to do whatever it takes to get their hands on one. The value of these coins will only continue to rise as they become more scarce and desirable. According to experts, the value of rare pennies like the 1816 Liberty penny could reach even higher figures in the future, with estimates predicting $50 million or more in upcoming auctions. This isn't just a coin anymore, it's an investment in history. Wondering if you might have a fortune sitting in your pocket? If you have an old penny collection, especially one dating back to the early 19th century, now's the time to check it out. While finding an 1816 Liberty penny in pristine condition is extremely rare, there are still other valuable pennies from this era. Look for coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and unique minting errors, as these are the ones that fetch the highest prices at auctions. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. The better the condition, the higher the value. So, there you have it. The 1816 Liberty Lincoln penny, a true treasure from American history. With its remarkable backstory, scarcity, and incredible market value of $46 million, this penny is proof that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest worth. Could there be other coins out there waiting to be discovered and sold for millions? Only time will tell. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another exciting video about the world of rare coins. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to uncover a hidden fortune in your collection. Check out more of our videos on rare coins and the incredible stories behind them. Until next time, happy collecting! Today, we're diving deep into the history and jaw-dropping value of one of the most extraordinary coins ever minted in the United States, the 1814 Liberty Lincoln penny. This rare piece of history has taken the numismatic world by storm, with its value soaring to an astonishing $45 million. That's right, this single penny is worth more than mansions, luxury yachts, and even some private islands. To understand why the 1814 Liberty penny is so valuable, we first need to go back in time to the early 19th century. The year was 1814, a time when the United States was still a young nation. The War of 1812 had just ended, and the country was slowly rebuilding itself. Amidst this backdrop, the U.S. Mint was hard at work, creating coins that would become the foundation of American currency. The 1814 penny, often referred to as the Liberty Head cent, is part of the classic Head series. However, this particular coin stands out from the rest. Although most pennies from this era featured the classic head Liberty design, what makes the 1814 version so unique is a rare error that makes it highly sought after by collectors. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1814 Liberty penny. On the obverse, or front, you'll see a stunning depiction of Lady Liberty, facing left, with her hair flowing gracefully. Above her is the word Liberty, and around the edges are 13 stars, representing the original colonies. The reverse side of the coin displays the denomination, 1 cent, encircled by a wreath, with United States of America surrounding it. While this design might seem simple today, it's a beautiful representation of early American coinage. But what truly makes the 1814 Liberty penny so rare? It's due to a minting error that occurred during its production. During this period, the U.S. Mint was struggling with its equipment, leading to the creation of a few flawed pennies. These flaws included misaligned dies, double striking, and imperfections in the copper planchet. Only a small number of these era pennies survived, and most were either melted down or lost. Finding an 1814 penny in mint condition with this error intact is like discovering buried treasure. Collectors refer to this specific error as the 1814 double die error, and it's incredibly rare. Only a handful are known to exist today. So, how did this penny skyrocket in value to an incredible $45 million? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. The 1814 Liberty penny has all the hallmarks of a legendary collectible. Not only is it rare due to its error, but some of the surviving specimens are in incredibly high-grade condition. For collectors, condition is everything, and a perfectly preserved 1814 penny is worth its weight in gold, and then some. In recent years, the demand for this coin has reached fever pitch. At a prestigious auction, one of these 1814 pennies in MS-65 condition, that's mint state 65, nearly perfect, sold for an eye-popping $45 million. The bidding war was intense, with collectors from around the world vying for the chance to own a piece of American history. So why exactly is the 1814 Liberty penny worth so much? The value comes from a combination of factors: historical significance, extreme rarity, and its remarkable condition. As we mentioned earlier, very few of these era pennies were made, and even fewer have survived over 200 years. The combination of scarcity and desirability makes this coin the ultimate prize for collectors. This coin represents not only an era from a bygone era, but also a piece of the fabric of American history. Its value has increased exponentially over the years as fewer and fewer are found in good condition. A penny from 1814, in mint condition, surviving wars, economic depressions, and over 2 centuries, it's practically a miracle that some still exist. That's why they're worth millions. As of today, the value of rare coins like the 1814 Liberty penny continues to rise. Experts predict that as more collectors enter the market, and as fewer coins are available, we could see the price of this coin and others like it soar even higher. The demand for rare American coins is global, with collectors from the US, Europe, and Asia all eager to get their hands on a piece of history. Who knows? In a few years, the 1814 penny might be worth $50 million or even more. Now, while owning an 1814 Liberty penny worth $45 million might be out of reach for most of us, collecting coins can still be an exciting and rewarding hobby. Who knows? You might stumble across a rare coin in your pocket change that could be worth a fortune. If you're interested in learning more about coin collecting, or if you want to know what to look for in valuable pennies, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We've got more incredible stories of valuable coins and hidden treasures coming your way. Remember, the next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Check out our other videos for more amazing stories of rare coins worth big money. And don't forget to share this video with your friends who love history and treasure hunts. Today, we're covering one of the most sought-after and highly valuable coins in history, the 1813 Liberty 1-cent Lincoln penny. And guess what? It could be worth a jaw-dropping $44 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about millions of dollars for a single penny. So if you're into rare coins, or if you've ever wondered about the fascinating world of coin collecting, buckle up, because this is going to be an exciting journey into history, rarity, and the current value of the 1813 Liberty 1-cent coin. To understand the value of the 1813 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to go back in time, over 200 years, to the United States in the early 1800s. This was a time when the nation was still in its infancy, and every piece of currency held significant importance. During this era, the U.S. Mint was busy producing some of the most iconic coins in American history. While the 1813 Liberty Cent wasn't technically a Lincoln penny, since the Lincoln penny didn't appear until 1909, it was part of a series that laid the foundation for American coinage. The 1813 penny features Lady Liberty on the front, also known as the obverse side, with flowing hair and a classic design representing freedom and independence. The reverse side features the denomination surrounded by a wreath, showcasing the simplicity of early American coinage. This copper coin, like others of its time, was minted in relatively small quantities compared to modern coins. What makes the 1813 Liberty Cent so valuable today is its rarity. You see, not many of these coins were minted in 1813, and even fewer have survived over the centuries in good condition. These early coins were made from pure copper, which means they were more susceptible to wear, corrosion, and damage over time. Additionally, the minting techniques in the early 1800s weren't as precise as they are today, leading to variations and imperfections in the coins, known as mint errors. These errors can dramatically increase a coin's value among collectors. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1813 Liberty Cent in today's market. Recently, this particular coin has caused quite a stir in the numismatic community, and for good reason. With fewer than 10 known examples in pristine condition, the 1813 Liberty 1 cent has become one of the most coveted coins for collectors. At a recent auction, an 1813 Liberty penny in near mint condition fetched an astonishing $44 million. That's right, one penny, $44 million. This has sent shockwaves through the collecting community and ignited renewed interest in early American coinage. So, why is this coin worth so much? There are several factors at play here. First, the condition of the coin. Coins graded as mint state or close to it, with minimal wear and tear, are extremely rare. Most 1813 Liberty pennies you come across today are heavily worn, which drastically reduces their value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, untouched coin. A high-grade 1813 Liberty penny can fetch a massive price because of its scarcity and historical significance. Another reason for its value is demand. Collectors from around the world seek out rare, early American coins to add to their collections, and when supply is limited, prices skyrocket. The 1813 Liberty Cent is also a piece of American history, representing a time when the country was still forming its identity. Now, here's the $1 million, or should I say, $44 million, question. How do you know if you have one of these coins? First, check the date. Obviously, the 1813 Liberty Cent will be clearly marked with the year 1813. But be careful, counterfeits do exist, and some older coins can be modified to look like rarer dates. Second, inspect the coin's condition. Does it have significant wear? Is Lady Liberty's face still visible, or has time taken its toll? Third, if you believe you have an 1813 Liberty 1 cent coin, take it to a certified coin dealer or numismatist for authentication and grading. They will be able to tell you if you're holding a piece of history worth millions. As we look toward the future of coin collecting, coins like the 1813 Liberty Cent will only continue to rise in value. The rarity, historical significance, and sheer desirability make them timeless pieces for collectors and investors alike. And who knows? The next time one of these coins comes up for auction, it could break even more records, pushing beyond the $44 million mark. So, do you have a hidden treasure in your coin collection? Could you be holding the next record-breaking coin? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another coin discovery. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next penny you find could be worth millions. This script blends history, excitement, and the immense value of the 1813 Liberty Cent, creating a captivating video for coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the rarest and most valuable coins in history, the 1812 Liberty Lincoln 1 cent coin from the United States. This tiny coin, over 200 years old, is making waves in the numismatic world with a staggering market value of $43 million. But why is this penny worth such a mind-blowing fortune? Stick around as we explore the fascinating history behind this coin, what makes it so unique, and how its value skyrocketed into the millions. To understand the immense value of this 1812 penny, we need to go back in time to the early 19th century. 1812 was a year of significant historical importance. The United States was still a young nation, fighting to establish itself on the world stage. The War of 1812 was in full swing, a conflict between the U.S. and Great Britain that would shape the country's destiny. Amid the chaos of war and nation building, the U.S. Mint was quietly producing coins that would one day become priceless artifacts. The 1812 Liberty 1-cent coin, often referred to as the classic head large cent, was one of these coins. It was a part of the large cent series, which was first introduced in 1793. These coins were much larger than modern pennies and were made of pure copper. The design featured the iconic Lady Liberty, symbolizing freedom, strength, and independence, with her hair flowing in the wind. This Liberty design was crafted by the engraver John Reich, a German immigrant who worked for the U.S. Mint. His designs became instantly recognizable, with Liberty facing left, surrounded by 13 stars representing the original colonies, and the date 1812 stamped at the bottom. The reverse side of the coin featured a simple yet elegant wreath encircling the words 1 cent with United States of America around the rim. These coins were larger and heavier than today's pennies, giving them a distinct presence. So, what makes this penny so incredibly rare and valuable? There are a few key reasons that set it apart from other coins of its era. First and foremost is its limited mintage. In 1812, the U.S. Mint only produced around 1 million of these Liberty cents. While that might sound like a large number, many of these coins were lost, damaged, or melted down over the years, leaving only a handful of them in existence today. What's even more fascinating is that of the few surviving examples, very few are in mint condition. Most of these coins have seen significant wear and tear from being in circulation for so long. Finding an 1812 Liberty penny in near-perfect condition is like striking gold. Collectors go wild for coins that are well preserved, and that's precisely what makes this particular 1812 penny so extraordinary. One of the reasons the value of these coins skyrocketed is their rarity in high grades. The coin we're talking about today, valued at a staggering $43 million, is in near-flawless condition, something unheard of for a coin that's over 200 years old. The value of the 1812 Liberty Lincoln penny didn't happen overnight. For much of its history, it was simply considered an interesting relic of America's early years, with some numismatic interest. But as more collectors entered the market in the 20th and 21st centuries, demand for rare coins like this one surged. What was once a coin that might fetch a few $100s in the early 1900s slowly climbed in value to tens of thousands by the mid-20th century. Then, the real explosion happened as wealthy collectors, investors, and institutions started competing for the rarest of rare coins. Auctions featuring historic coins began drawing worldwide attention, with million-dollar bids becoming the norm for ultra-rare pieces. Fast forward to today, and the 1812 Liberty penny is one of the most sought-after coins in the world. In 2024, this particular example of the 1812 Liberty Lincoln penny fetched an astonishing $43 million at auction, setting a new record for a penny. Why? It's all about rarity, historical significance, and the unmatched condition of the coin. There are only a handful of these pennies left in the world, and even fewer that come close to the pristine state of this one. Why would anyone spend $43 million on a penny, you might ask? It boils down to three major factors: rarity, condition, and historical importance. First, rarity. As we mentioned earlier, only a small number of these coins exist today, and even fewer in such incredible condition. When supply is that limited, demand skyrockets. Second, the condition. This particular 1812 Liberty penny is in almost perfect condition, something numismatists call mint state. For a coin that old, with no major wear or damage, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. And third, historical importance. This coin is a tangible piece of American history. It was minted during a time when the country was still finding its footing. Holding this penny is like holding a piece of the past, and for collectors and historians alike, that's priceless. Now, with a value of $43 million, what's next for the 1812 Liberty Lincoln penny? Experts believe that the value of rare coins like this one will only continue to rise as the demand for historical artifacts grows. With more collectors, museums, and investors entering the numismatic world, we might even see this coin's value increase in the years to come. Could it reach $50 million? Maybe even $100 million? Only time will tell. The 1812 Liberty Lincoln 1-cent coin is a remarkable piece of history and a treasure that reminds us just how valuable the past can be. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone with a jar of pennies at home, you never know, your next find could be worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your friends. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky person to find a fortune in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and remember, history is all around us, Sometimes, even in the smallest things like a penny, this script gives an engaging narrative arc, focusing on the rich history, rarity, and the spectacular rise in value of the 1812 Liberty penny. The viewer is taken on a journey through the coin's origins, its historical significance, and its jaw-dropping auction value, all while keeping the excitement high throughout.